So we're gonna begin our 9th class. Are we ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right.
It's all right. There's no one here, said Polly over her shoulder to Diggory.
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 Gory.
Diggory.
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 고리.
고리요?
아니, diggory.
D
한 다음에 고리는 발음으로 힘을 빼고 diggory.
Diggory.
그치?
Diggory.
Diggory.
Diggory. She was speaking above the whisper now.
자, speaking above a.
Speaking above a
Whisper now.
whisper now.
She was speaking above a whisper now.
She was speaking about a whisper now.
Above a whisper.
Above a whisper
그쵸? Now.
now. And Diggory came out, blinking and looking extremely dirty.
자, blinking.
Blinking,
깜빡이다. Blinking.
blinking,
Linking.
blinking,
Blinking.
blinking,
And looking extremely.
and looking extremely
매우 dirty.
dirty.
dirty요. 그래서 dirty.
Dirty, dirty,
dirty.
dirty.
매우 지저분했다.
Extremely dirty.
Extremely dirty.
Extremely dirty.
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 You're dirty.
You're dirty. Dirty.
dirty.
Extremely dirty.
진짜
어렵네요.
dirty.
Dirty.
입 안 뒤쪽에서 dirty.
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 들어가. 이런 거죠.
Dirty.
dirty.
As indeed Polly was too.
As indeed Polly was too.
As indeed Polly was too.
폴리도 이제 지저분했다. 뭐 이런 거죠.
This is no good, he said. It's not an empty house at all. We'd better bunk before anyone comes. What do you think those are? Said Polly, pointing at the colored lines.
색깔이 있는 반지라서 pointing at the colored 그치 colored rings.
Colored rings.
그쵸.
Oh, come on, said Diggory. The sooner.
말이 끊겼어. 어서 빨리.
He never finished what he was going to say, for at that moment something happened.
뭔가 일이 일어났어.
The high-backed chair in front of the fire moved suddenly, and there rose up out of it, like a pantomime demon coming up out of a trapdoor, the alarming form of Uncle Andrew.
한마디로 이제 삼촌이 앉아 있었던 건데요. 자, 여기 fire moved suddenly.
Fire moved suddenly.
moved suddenly.
Moved suddenly.
And then there rose up out of it.
And there rose up out of it.
거기서 일어섰다. Like a pantomime demon.
Like a pantomime demon.
몬이 아니고 demon.
Demon.
먼 느낌이야. 먼.
Demon.
왜냐면 mon이 먼이잖아요. 그래서 demon.
Demon. 몬스터 아니에요? 몬스터예요?
그렇죠. monster.
Monster. Demon.
만이에요. 몬스터. 왜 한국에서는 몬이라고 하죠?
네.
네.
Demon.
Demon coming up.
Demon coming up.
Out of a trapdoor.
Out of a trapdoor.
The alarming.
Form
of Uncle Andrew.
Form of Uncle Andrew.
Uncle. 삼촌이 놀란 모습으로 이제 나타난 거죠.
They were not in the empty house at all.
아무도 안 사는 집이 아니었어.
They were in Diggory's house and in the forbidden study. Both children said, and realized their terrible mistake. They felt they ought to have known all along that they hadn't gone nearly far enough.
Nearly far enough.
Nearly far enough.
사실은 멀리 가지 못하고 디거리 집이었어요. They felt, 여기까지 잘했어요. They felt they ought to have known all along.
They felt they ought to have known all along
that they hadn't gone.
That they hadn't gone
nearly far enough.
Nearly far enough.
Far enough.
Far enough.
R이니까 far enough.
far enough.
그치. 한 번에 팍.
아, nearly far enough.
그쵸. enough.
enough. Uncle Andrew was tall and very thin.
was는 여기서 z는 약하게 Andrew was tall.
Uncle Andrew was tall.
was 니 공기 was 그치. was tall.
was tall.
그렇게.
Uncle Andrew was tall and very thin. He had a long clean
shaven. 면도를 했다는 거죠.
clean shaven face with a sharply pointed nose.
pointed nose.
pointed nose. And extremely bright eyes and a great tousled mop of grey hair. Diggolis was quiet, speechless. less.
여기는 quite. 꽤란 얘기죠. Diggory was quite speechless.
Diggory was quite speechless.
자, speech. 치에 less가 붙었죠. 치. 아니, 치. speechless. 그쵸.
speechless.
좀 말을 잃었다. quite speechless. 이어서 for Uncle Andrew looked.
a thousand times. More alarming than he had ever looked before.
좋아요.
Polly was not so frightened yet. But she soon was.
그치.
Soon was. For the very first thing Uncle Andrew did was to walk across to the door of the room,
좋아요.
shut it, and turn the key in the lock. Then he turned around. Fixed the children with his bright eyes, and smiled, showing all his teeth.
Fix the children. 이어서 하면 돼요. Fix the children. 그치.
With his bright eyes, and smiled, showing all his teeth.
좋아요.
There, he said. Now my foot of a sister can get at you.
좋아요. Of a sister can get at you.
Of a sister can get at you.
Sister can get at you.
Sister can't get at you.
저도 이 말이 조금 헷갈려서 찾아봤는데 한마디로 내 누이 여동생은 너희를 해치지 못할 거다 이 말이래요. Now my full of a sister. Can get at you.
어렵다. Can get at you.
Can get at you.
Can get at you. It was dreadfully.
D 짧게 dreadfully.
It was dreadfully unlike anything a grown-up would be expected to do.
Would be expected to do. 여기 expected to do. 그치. Would be expected to do. 그러니까 팩에서 세게 했죠.
네. expected to do.
그치.
would be. Polly's heart came into her mouth, and she and Diggory started backing towards the little door they had coming by.
놀라가지고 이제 뒤로 나가려고 다시 하고 있었어 애들이.
Uncle Andrew was too quick for them. He got behind them and
behind them.
뒤 없어야 된다. Behind them.
He got behind them.
And shut the door too and stood in front of it.
여기서는 또 해야 돼. Stood in front of it.
Then he rubbed his.
아니요, he rubbed. 여기도 묵음처럼 he rubbed his hands.
And made his
knuckles
crack. He had very long, beautifully white fingers.
그쵸?
I am delighted to see you, he said. Two children are just what I wanted.
Two children are
Two children are
just what I wanted.
just what I wanted.
여기도 T 안 해도 돼요. 그래서 two children are just what I wanted.
Two children are just what I wanted.
What I wanted.
What I wanted.
Wanted.
want it. want it.
딱 wanted인데 wanted.
wanted. 아, T를 N처럼요? wanted.
그쵸.
What I wanted.
I wanted it. I wanted it. 나는
I
원했다.
wanted it.
나는 갖고 싶었다. I wanted a pizza. 이런 식으로. What I wanted.
What I wanted.
그쵸. 우리가 알던 wanted가 아니었어요. 뭐 아무튼 잘하셨습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Good job.
네.